I've been watching, and I know you've been watching too. So come peep this. Hi, Peep fam. Welcome to Come Peep This. I'm Miss Series, and I do not miss a series. I review everything that I watch. That series from Married at First Sight and 90 Day Fiance, all the way to Billions in the Shot and everything in between. I have my master's in psychology, so we're going to use some psychology, some common sense, and a whole lot of giggles to get through this. Let's get it. Okay, 90 Day Fiance, Bilal and Shaeeda. Okay, it starts with Shaeeda basically confronting Bilal saying, hey, your ex came through and was trying to bully me and intimidate me in my own house. And Bilal gave a real fake surprise, like a real dry, oh, really? That's all he gave her. She said, your ex came by and was bullying and intimidating me in the house that we share, my house. Oh, really? I don't think he said, oh, really? I think he just said, really? Very dry. I'm like, come on now. Bilal basically took his ex side in that whole argument. He took his ex side. They don't have a good relationship to me. They don't have, not that it's a bad relationship. They don't have love and affection and all those things, because a man that's passionate about his woman would say, oh, my ex said what? She came by and did what? At least give us a what instead of a really. In this case, a what would come through better more than a, oh, really? Real dry. Like, come on, Bilal. Do better. He's like, well, I know it's important, for y'all to have a good relationship. He wants Shaeeda to have a good relationship with his ex. They don't need to have a good relationship. Now, this is the controversy. This is the controversy. So, get down in the comments, do what you do. But I don't think that a new wife and an ex-wife, though the ex-wife is the mother of his children, have to have a good relationship. They just don't have to have a bad one. Meaning they don't have to be friends, but they should not be enemies. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have a good relationship. Just a cordial one. Just a respectful relationship founded on respect. That's what they should have. They do not have to be friends. They do not ever have to sit down and have another conversation without Bilal being present, or without it just being solely about the kids. They don't have to chit-chat. Shaeeda and his ex do not have to be friends. They don't have to have a good relationship. They just don't need to have a bad one. Period. And everybody know from this scene, you tell me if you peep this, that Bilal clearly sicked his ex onto Shaeeda. Like, there she go. She at the house by herself right now. Go ahead and drive through. You cannot convince me in any way that Bilal was not aware that his ex had already stopped by the house and how the conversation went. And what the conversation was supposed to be about. That it was not a shock to him. He sicked her on her. Like, hey, Shaeeda, she don't want to sign these papers, so maybe you can go by there around 2:43, because he sicked her on her. He knew that his ex-wife was going to come in, with the attitude, come in with the, hey, you need to do this. She came in really aggressive. She came in on some rah-rah. For sure. And Shaeeda's so passive. And he knows that. He knows that his ex is more, and Shaeeda's more, when it comes to the head-to-head confrontation. Now, don't get me twisted. Shaeeda definitely got some in her, for sure. But she's not going to be, into the causing the scene, into the, okay, let's go back and forth, bickering. She's not, because she's not even like that with Bilal. Even when he met her mad, she still, is very, modest in her, expression of her emotions. So he sicked his ex on her. He said, go get her. I'm 100% positive that that's how that went down, in my opinion. In my opinion. He knew exactly how, what, and when it went down. And Shaeeda said, I don't want anyone in counting my man money. I said, oh. So that's like, rah, from Shaeeda. She said, why is your ex counting your money? Like, that prenup don't have anything to do with her. Like, why is she counting your money? That's none of her business. But Bilal at no point after hearing this information, said anything about addressing his ex, correcting his ex, or even sitting down having a conversation with his ex to address the problem that Shaeeda brought to his attention. He had no interest in it. He had no interest in taking the information that Shaeeda just shared, like, hey, this may be uncomfortable, and this is the way I'm feeling. He had no solution in mind to help his wife. Because he didn't want to piss off, I guess, his ex. I don't know. But peep this, y'all. Lean in for this one. Lean in for this one. The ex has to be the reason Bilal wants the prenup. I mean, common sense tells us this. He is so adamant on getting a prenup so the woman won't take all his funds. And here go the ex coming in like, oh, you know, I gotta protect my kids. Why is he, y'all didn't have a prenup? So what makes him feel that in this second marriage, or some people say third, in this marriage with Shaeeda, that he needs a prenup? In his previous marriage, which was the ex, did she come for his funds, come for some of his assets? Is she the reason, she has to, that he's so adamant about this prenup and he's not letting up. He's not changing his mind. She said, I'm feeling so sad and I'm feeling so, neglected or I'm feeling so isolated and you still pushing this prenup. He's like, yeah. He is so emotionless. He is so just vanilla in response to anything. He doesn't have any kind of loving emotion towards her to me. Like, he doesn't do anything in her interest, in my opinion, because he is so adamant about this prenup, but he wouldn't even have the conversation with her about the baby. He always beating around the bush, giving these vague answers. But when he want a prenup, he has a precise prenup. He has it on his phone in digital form, print form. He ready for it because that's something he has invested interest in. But he won't tell her about a kid, which is something that affects them both, their whole relationship. He won't give her a clear-cut answer on that. But, oh, yeah, he got these papers. He got these papers printed up ready for you to sign. He got that. He ready for that. But Lau says in the prenup, according to Shaeeda, that she gets 0 if they get divorced. 0, nothing, not. And she made such a valid point. She said, what if I sit here and raise your kids? The kids we have together, and I'll be a stay-at-home mom, and then we get a divorce, and then I'm just left destitute out here in the streets? No way. A prenup, I'm 100% for prenups and postnups. I said it before in previous videos. I'm 100% for it. But it has to be a joint act. It has to be, in the best interest of both parties. There's no way you can say whether it's 1 year or 10 years, if you ever divorce me, you don't get nothing. What if you deserve a divorce? What if you deserve a divorce? What if you've earned it, Bilal? By neglecting her, by being, OCD, not making her house a home. By being disrespectful, whatever may come up in marriage, like things come up in marriage. What if you earned that divorce? Can she never leave you? If you ever leave me, then you're going to be in the streets. Basically, that's what he's saying. There's no way. She said, now, if I'm wrong, correct me, but she said that everything that she earned during the marriage had to be joint. It's considered joint property, joint assets, joint funds that she bring in. But what he has prior is 100% his. What he has, what he earned from his real estate, from everything, is just 100% his only. Who will sign that? She made a little gesture with her shoulder. I hopped up so quick. I said, no, don't sign it. Don't sign it, girl. Don't sign it. No. But she was just, I guess, adjusting her little shoulder or something, because she said, no, I need to go run this by a lawyer. I need to go find me a lawyer and have him double check that. Because Bilal, if he's so in love with her and has made these plans and saying we're going to have a future and, just don't divorce me, why didn't you put anything to represent her in the prenup? He doesn't show love to me. And I know that it may be a religious thing, like maybe they don't show love in public, and I guess the camera people there, but he's not affectionate. He's not loving. He's very dry. He's very dry. Like, his personality is so low on, like, enthusiasm and just overall interest in this woman. Like, in what way have you looked out for her? As soon as you brought her here, you made her go stay in the shack. You playing pranks on her. But she better not, she can't joke with you, but you can joke with her. She's trying to teach you a yoga class, trying to get you out the funk. Even though you deserve to be in a funk. Because of the way that you just dropped the prenup, you know, on a romantic day, how you just dropped it on her lap. What did you do in her best interest, Bilal? Just think about that. Like, she wanted to go wedding shopping that day. Oh, no, you wasn't having that. Y'all wasn't going to go wedding shopping that day. But then the next week, I'm going to fly you down to my sister so she can make your dress. You never do anything that she wants to do, that she suggests. He's extremely selfish, and his prenup is just a tangible evidence of that. It's all about Bilal. Period, point blank. Yeah, I need to take a breather for them. I don't know how the rest of the season is going to play out for them. I'm unsure. I am unsure. Whew. Catch me in the next one, you guys. We shall see. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm going to say that twice. Like, subscribe, and comment. And I always reply to my P fam. Let's get it.